back in grade school, I remember having to construct timelines. I mean, we used to have to rely on paper and these crude writing instruments to sketch things out, and inevitably we would always measure improperly, and then have to cram everything together because we screwed things up. Sometimes we'd have to do a timeline of state history or city history or some other type of timeline. And certainly software has made it a lot easier to create timelines. And there's a lot of data that's floating out there on the web. And if it's collected in the right way, through the right software, then these timelines could be created for you automatically. And that's the idea behind allofme.com. Allofme.com. You go here and it says put yourself together. Automatically create a personal timeline of your life from any digital assets you have, such as pictures, videos, blogs, documents, or any internet pages. So you can view a sample timeline. You could watch the teaser. They've even built some timelines for you, including the IMDb Top 500, some actors, directors, art versus architecture, Apple versus Microsoft, South Park versus The Simpsons, U.S. history, Apple products, great album covers, bestseller books. I mean, the list kind of goes on and on. So, of course, you know what I did. I entered my name to see what it had, and it did a pretty darn good job. And it didn't get me all the way back to when I first started on the internet back in 1992. As early as it picked up was right around 1999 when I had written my first book, Poor Richard's Email Publishing. I think that PDF is still available, and then it kind of goes up from there. And I've got tons of content starting at about 2004. Of course, I started LockerGnome.com in 1996. And then I started my personal blog back in 2002. I think it was January or February 2002. I've been doing this for a long time. And I started live streaming, what was it, last year at some point, I think? I don't know. I've lost track of all the time. So it's now I can try to keep track of all the time. I can zoom in or out, and they've got various thumbnails here. And if I hover over them, then it gives me more information. Chris Perillo says this. Chris Perillo does peanut butter jelly time. Oh, thank goodness that was saved for posterity. There's a couple of tweets apparently that I made because there's a Twitter icon. There's an older picture of me there. There's a logo. There's a blue screen of death. Apparently it really tracked me very well. So it looks like it's searching through YouTube, a Google search. It does a Yahoo search, image searches on Google and Yahoo, and Microsoft Windows Live search, Twitter search, and Flickr image search. And let's see here. I'm gonna zoom. Okay, that's zooming out. Let's zoom way in. Oh yeah, if you zoom way in, wow. I'm like down to months now, and there's tons of content. Wow, even all the way down to days, and there's tons of content. Dang, I've been doing a lot. Look at that, Zane Savage. That's one of his videos. His first parody video that he did of me back in apparently June. Fast forward here. Oh, then you can also, I believe, yeah, if I click it, then it'll give me even more information, and I can go between items in the timeline, or I can press watch movie. This is a YouTube movie, then it takes me off to the webpage. That's what Matt B4RD, that's the song that he created. Remember that? That's me playing air guitar. Okay, so if you want to watch that, it's apparently in my timeline. Isn't this cool? Yeah, I can zoom into the day, the week, the month, the year. I can filter the timeline based on certain keywords if I want. There's inline help. You can register for the beta if you want to dig it even deeper. Go ahead and search for yourself. See if you're actually there. If you've got any amount of videos on YouTube, then chances are you're going to show up. Do a search for your handle or whatever name you go by. If you go by your real name, hey, use that. It's worth a shot. Allofme.com. It's kind of fun. Ooh, and look, they got different products from different manufacturers too, so you can see when they were released, and you get thumbnails and icons and details and stuff. It's kind of cool. Allofme.com. Now, my email address is chris@pirillo.com if you want to get a hold of me, not all of me, but mostly the brain part of me, because that's the part that processes. Of course, I guess the eyes first have to see the email, and then the brain processes it, and then sometimes my fingers respond, sometimes they don't. Too much information, or it's just that late at night. Anyway, you're more than welcome to join us in our community of geeks at geeks.pirillo.com. I'd imagine that content will be indexed here on All of Me at some point in the future. You can upload your photos, videos, blogs. You can send messages back and forth, change your profile. Tons of stuff you can do at geeks.pirillo.com. And, of course, you're also welcome to stop by this chat room, which is not likely going to appear in the timeline because the chat room is just kind of there for the time being, and then it's gone. It's the nature of the chat room. But this live video feed is constant. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're typically talking tech right here at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.